How to make money in bodybuilding media. The bodybuilding industry has grown to become a billion-dollar industry. Thanks to several companies investing in the sport, prize money is increasing yearly. Companies are becoming corporate sponsors, which guarantees more money allocated to the prize fund of the top events. Thanks to the great events, supplement companies are growing, and other companies that sell all things related to bodybuilding. On the sidelines, we have the bodybuilding media, which is a very important part of the bodybuilding and fitness industry. Compared to other sports, bodybuilding can be exciting on contest day, but leading up to an event, if it was not for the bodybuilding media, the sport would be very boring. The bodybuilding media help to hype the sport, publishing articles with quotes from athletes that sometimes can be controversial, which in return brings more attention to the sport. Making contact and getting a new sponsor. To keep a website or YouTube channel running, funds are needed, and that's when the owners of the media channels reach out to various companies, asking them for support through sponsorships. The first goal is trying to make contact with the marketing manager or owner of the company. This is not an easy task, as not every email or message is answered, which makes it very difficult and frustrating. Several media companies prefer to support the bigger companies or events, investing their funds allocated to advertising. This is not good news for the smaller media outlets, as they won't be included in any marketing campaigns. The majority of media outlets will settle for a very reasonable sponsorship that will probably run year to year. Some sponsors don't see the bigger picture, as they can easily get more exposure to their brand across several smaller companies. Working with your sponsor. Several companies are very easy to work with, helping small companies keep afloat, thanks to their generous sponsorships. Several companies like to grow with the media channels, while others expect an immediate return on investment, which sometimes is not in the hands of the media outlet being sponsored. Some advertisers will supply very good artworks, which bring a lot of traffic to their website. The sponsored media channel will do its job of helping the sponsor get new customers, but there is no guarantee that sales will be made. Several sponsors understand that not all traffic will turn to sales, while others sometimes expect the impossible. Some sponsors go as far as paying media outlets for flights and accommodation to major events, helping the media outlet get the best material, which in return equals more traffic to their channel and the sponsor's channel. A sponsor who understands how a website or social media channel works can help make things a lot easier, and this will turn into a great working relationship. The difficulties of working in the bodybuilding industry. Not everything is straightforward in the bodybuilding industry, and we will try to explain the pitfalls that the bodybuilding media can run into. More than any other sport, bodybuilding can be very difficult to report news about. The athletes might be very sensitive about what we, the media, write or say about them, and sponsors can also get involved as they will say the media is making them look bad. This, in return, limits your chances of getting a sponsorship from certain companies. For example, if the media is giving their opinion about a certain athlete or event, the athlete or promoter might tell their main sponsor to blacklist the media outlet giving their opinion. As we all know, every media outlet has the right to report valid opinions or news, but unfortunately, the bodybuilding world sees it differently, and the media company will suffer financially from this. Giving exposure to all federations or just one. Another important decision a media outlet must make is if they will be loyal to one federation or just be independent and support several federations. Unfortunately, the bodybuilding industry has several federations with a few dominating the sport. For example, a few years ago, there was a split between two major federations and a tug-of-war between media outlets. Several media outlets decided to support one federation and enjoyed the support of most sponsorships from companies that also agreed to stick to one federation. Bodybuilding media websites decided to cover the news and contest reports of all major federations, and they suffered financially. Companies and promoters have allegedly blacklisted these websites just because they decided to give space to all athletes and not just a specific few. Companies were allegedly threatened to not even contact these websites, or they would not get any support from the federation. In regards to business, a company should not just stick to one federation, they should expand and promote their brand to every federation possible. In return, they will get more exposure and more business. Some federations are run just like the mafia, and athletes, coaches, and sponsors are all afraid of the repercussions of speaking their minds. The media outlet has two options. They can be a puppet and just follow one federation and have no voice or opinion, or they can be independent and report the truth. The repercussions of being the independent voice. If an independent media outlet or journalist reports the truth, and if it's controversial, they will be made to suffer. 90% of the bodybuilding media outlets do not have an independent voice. They never criticize the wrongdoings of the federation they decided to support, just because they know there is a possibility they will be banned from events and blacklisted from possible sponsorships. Being independent gives the media outlet the power to criticize anybody or any federation. This gives the journalist the freedom to report about anything without hesitating. But this will come at a price. If a journalist publishes serious allegations with proof, they will suffer as mentioned before. The federation, company, or athlete will use their social media outlets to throw mud at a journalist or media outlet that did their job. This in return will hurt the independent media financially. To conclude this report, there are many options to consider when working in the bodybuilding industry. Being loyal to one federation or company can help you get lucrative financial backing. Being independent and controversial might get you more popularity, but the financial reward will not be so good. Whatever path you want to take, just keep pushing forward, regardless of what people say about you. Social media can be very hard to work through, but with a strong character and drive, you will succeed. To read independent bodybuilding journalism, log on to evolutionofbodybuilding.net.